Greetings, and welcome back to the MCOC Encyclopedia. Today, as promised, we will be doing a full run-through of the path I suggested from my previous 6.2.2 video with the team I suggested using. This video will be much more relaxed and just me giving my thoughts as we go through, and it hopefully should help you see how I deal with these problems. Most of the core information is in that previous 6.2.1 video as to why I have chosen this, but hopefully this should still give you some good insight. And with that, let's jump in. So, here we are in 6.2.1, and as I said in the original video, I'll be taking the 14A path down towards the Krees. We have Miss Marvel Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel movie, and then finally Ronan. The team we're rocking with today is 565 Doom, 565 Hyperion, 565 Torch, and then I've gone 6.3 Mr. Fantastic and 6.3 Spider-Man 2099. Because we've now moved into 6.2 and we've got Cavalier, I am allowing myself to use a little bit more of my roster, but we won't be pushing into the 6.4 territory for some time, so don't worry about that. I will use them if I have to, simply because I don't have them anywhere else, but I will really try and avoid it. This fight against Kamala Khan is a relatively simple one, and I'm just going for my standard Doom cycle for 90% of the fight. I've pushed her to above 2 bars of power when I have my special 3, then go for medium, light, medium into my special 1. I'm looking at my power and her health at this point, and don't think that I have the damage to kill, so I'm just going to go round again. See, she's at high power, I'm at special 3, so we just do exactly what we just did, except this time we have a big fury. Medium, light, medium, special 1. My special 1 will knock her down, we can use the special 2 to instantly clear out. A nice, simple Doom fight. Up next, we have our Miss Marvel, not Kamala Khan, we've just done her. We have our OG Miss Marvel. And this fight has 300% cornered, meaning I want to avoid all damaging debuffs or she's going to get a lot of power. So I'm going to go in with Hyperion and just avoid using my special 1. I'm going to use a lot of heavies in this fight to try and build up my Furies, but also to get that life cycle timer to its maximum duration, where it'll go from blue to purple. No special 1s because of cornered. Managed to get to 5 Furies, which is okay. Go for my special 2, hope for the stun. No stun, unfortunately. Do manage to get a very cheeky stand-up intercept. Baiting her special attacks out. And at this point, I'm thinking I can just sit at special 3 and just continue to chain heavies against her in the corner. The Fury RNG there was absolutely rubbish. Not a single Fury off 3 heavies, which is just awful. Can we go for another one? Heavy. Oh, we've got 2 on that one, which is okay. But now some of them are worn off, and we're back down to 4, 3. So the RNG in this fight is not great for me, but Hyperion does this thing. So bait the special 2, go for some decent damage, and we're just slowly whittling her down. We can see that life cycle timer is now purple. I've just knocked it off, but when it comes back it'll be purple, which means we know it has its maximum 3.5 second duration. She's nearly down, so I've gone for another one there, knocked her down. At this point I think I have enough damage on the special 3, the timer is off, so we skip the special 3, and I was right, plenty of damage to take out there. I probably could have just used the special 3 earlier for some extra damage, but I was taking it slowly. Next fight against Captain Marvel, a different Captain Marvel. We're basically going to go for the same thing, except I'm going to use a few more special 2s. Try and build Furies with Hyperion's heavy attack, and just hope we get some stuns. There, just before that heavy, I used a light attack sort of into thin air, or whiffed it. This is to try and close the gap to make sure all of my hits land. It's a spacing thing. So, no stun off that one, so Hyperion is really not playing friendly with me today. Yeah, man. We going to get the stun this time? No. So that life cycle timer is going up. It's still not quite at its maximum yet, but we've run out of Furies, so this fight it's going okay. I still have all my health and so on, but finally Hyperion gives us the stun there, so we can go in for 2 easy heavies. Some very good Furies on that second heavy, managed to get 4, so now the damage is looking a little more decent. 11k mediums is very nice. Get another stun. This is what Hyperion should look like. Here, there we go, so that's her regenerating because the timer was up, but at this point, the heavy knocks her down, and 1 hit. she goes down. We have plenty of time. I could have gone into the special 2 if needed. Captain Marvel movie here, and because whenever she gains a charge from a mystic, not a mutant, a mystic, she will take a burst of energy damage. I'm going in with Doctor Doom. The bursts of energy damage here are absolutely fine, and you can see it was that 3,400 and something. 63, I think it was. So I'm going to be relying on that to help out my damage quite a bit. So you see that special 1. Honestly, you could just spam special 1s in this fight and you'd be absolutely fine. Every time she takes some energy damage, she gains charges. Each charge deals her damage. I could have thrown a special 2 here. I'm not sure about that. My thought there was the special 2 will deal energy damage and inflict the incinerates, and then each tick of the incinerate would also give me additional damage. But given that she takes no damage from the incinerates, I'm unsure whether that would actually work. If anyone goes in and tests this, I would be interested to know. There, the first hit whiffs, but we knock her down, and we just creep in under the timer. If the timer had finished, we would still have the 3 incinerates on her. They would do no damage, but because I'm running to spare, she would only heal a few %, and we'd be absolutely fine. Finally on the path, we have Ronan the Accuser, and to start with, I'm debating who to go in with. I could use either champion, Doom, Hyperion, but I decide to go in for Doom. 2 reasons here. 1, class advantage, extra damage, always nice, but also Hyperion stacks some buffs on him, and that just means Ronan's attack is going to be going up. I'm not concerned about the stun duration on his specials, because if he hits me with a special, he's got Aspect of Death, so that's game over. It doesn't matter how long the stun is, I'm going to die. So we're just going to go for our standard Doom cycle, and the goal is to not let him throw a special at all. His threat's in the specials, so we make sure he can't use specials. So he's at high power, I'm at 3 bars, so we're going round again. Going for our Doom cycle. Special 3, skip the special 3. Medium, he's at max power. 1, 2, 3 on the light, medium. Special 1. There we go, we block because we don't have enough damage, so I'm just waiting for him to come in. Manage to get the intercept. Go for the heavy attack, just waiting for 1 blocked hit. Heavy's fine, we can punish that. Going round again. He's got high power, I've got 3 bars. Skip the special 3. Medium, light, medium. Heavy, not heavy, special 1. And then he's knocked down. I must have missed the special button there. But there we go. So we missed the timer there. That knocks him down. But there we go. 1 hit and he's down. Dr. Doom cementing himself as one of the top mystics. Really, really good. Can be a little tedious sometimes because you just go round and round. Sorry if you can hear the door in the background. But he is so consistent, very tanky, and has so much control. In the Captain Marvel Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel Kamala Khan, and that Ronan fight, neither of them threw a single special attack. Really, really powerful. Against this Dormmamu, I'll be going in with Spider-Man 2099. I'm not the best Spidey player, but we can just use his inbuilt functionality to get around this. The reason I brought him in here is because he's buff immune, but any buff immune attacker could work just as well. I could have brought in Titania, Red Guardian, Cassie Lang, all would have worked just fine. So in this fight, my ruptures won't actually be doing any extra damage, but the rupture bursts when he crosses a bar of power will. My Spidey's only 660, so most of the ruptures will fall off every time he crosses a bar of power, which is annoying, but there's not a huge amount we can do about it. There we go, I've gone for the Wither on my special 2. The Wither actually doesn't do anything mechanically in this fight, because it's used to control power gain. However, when I hit his block and he has a Wither up, I have a 100% chance of applying a Wither. Block the first 2 hits, dex the last one there on that special 2. I can go for the full dex, but I considered it a bit risky. But after seeing that block damage, I start thinking differently. So building a few ruptures by hitting his block, and what I should be doing is trying to dex more to keep my debuffs paused, like that. But I've been fighting Dormmamu for so long that everything I know about how to fight him involves not dexing, so it was a little training exercise. There we get the full dex on the special 2, which is very nice. I think this is the soft guard coming into play, that block damage is building up. I see the life cycle shield has gone purple, so that's it at its maximum duration, so I don't have to worry so much about knocking him down anymore, just when we get to the end. Go for another exhaustion there. Dex to keep that paused, building some withers on his block. Managed to get the dex on the end of that, something I always try and avoid doing. There I'm too early, because again I'm always practiced at not doing that. Heavy attack to knock him down, and then into special 2 for the KO. Nice job by Spidey there. Then finally, we have the boss. Symbiote Supreme, and we could absolutely use Spider-Man here. He would be really good for it. But just in case you don't have him, I'll be going in with Mr. Fantastic. It's also a slight piece of nostalgia for me, because the first time I got this to fight down, I was using a 5-star rank 3 Mr. Fantastic, as opposed to the 6-star rank 3 I'm using this time. We're going for all 3 debuffs, no reason not to here. And my goal is just to spam my special 2 for 3 sets of debuffs, and then go for special 3. It's a fairly standard Mr. Fantastic fight. We can see right from the start that Symbiote Supreme's power bar is crawling up. I would expect it to be going up much faster than that, but that's because of our Petrify reducing that by 40%. So, going for the heavy attack to pause the debuffs, refresh them, and also for the life cycle shield. Curb Stomp there, and for another one. And here we go for a special 2, so we get another stack of each of the debuffs. And at this point, you can see his power bar is just sat there. It's reduced by 80%, so it's really not going anywhere at all. When he changes mode, he will get a small burst of power, but again, that's also reduced by 80%, and you can see there it barely moved. Push him to my special 2, so for the 3rd set of debuffs, and we can see just before he got to special 1, his power's actually going down now. There is no point in this fight where Symbiote Supreme gains a single bar of power, and there he gets straight even further. The whole fight is always under 1 bar. Refresh the debuffs. Here I'm building to special 3 for my big damage. I take some nullify damage there when I dex. Not a big deal, but it is what it is. Go for a couple of big stomps there. I whiff that one, but luckily he doesn't punish me. Very much could have done, which would have been annoying, but I also have a very high evade chance, so I'm not hugely worried. Here I'm looking to try and get a parry, because that counts as an additional debuff going into my special 3. The special 3 Fury is proportional to the number of debuffs you have on you, and so that's an extra debuff. It also lets me run in straight away afterwards. Here I'm going for another parry, but Mr. Fantastic keeps evading for me. Just trying to... There we go, he regens but doesn't gain a single point of health. Knock him down there, and then I just tap his block for the easy KO. So that's it. Everything you need to know to beat 6.2.1. Coming out on Thursday, hopefully, I should have the run-through of 6.2.2. That video is actually already out, as it was the first one I did in X6. It's a bit old and the sound quality is a bit rubbish, but the information is very good, and hopefully should let you get through that quest relatively stress-free. That Mr. Sinister boss is an absolute nightmare, so have fun with that. Then the following Thursday, we should have Circe coming out, and then we'll dive back into Act 6. The next poll will be on tech defenders, so please leave a comment if you have a suggestion for one of them, or join the Discord and leave it in the suggestions chat there. Thank you, and I will see you next time.